Good morning. Today our objective is that we will be multiplying algebraic expressions. This is part 2 of the video where we're just going to multiply. You know how to do this. Sometimes it's called foiling, but basically we're going to distribute each term in the first parentheses to each term in the second parentheses. Now, there are different methods of writing it, and I'm going to do one in particular here that I like, and you don't have to use this way, but a lot of you might. So I'm going to start the normal way. I'm going to distribute 2x squared. I'm going to distribute to all three of these terms. So 2x squared times negative 5x squared is negative 10x squared. I'm sorry, negative 10x to the fourth. Those exponents add. 2x squared times 10x is 20x cubed. Again, those exponents add. And then 2x squared times negative 4 is negative 8x squared. Next, I'm going to distribute that 6x to the same three things. Now, here's where I'm going to show you something you might not have seen before. I'm going to, instead of just writing out what I get after the negative 8x squared, I'm going to write it on a new line such that the like terms line up. 6x times negative 5x squared is negative 30x to the third. And you can see that these line up, meaning that I can combine like terms very easily. 6x times 10x is 60x squared. And 6x times negative 4 is negative 24x. Next we have the negative 3 is going to multiply to all three of these, and again I'm going to make a new line for it. So negative 3 times negative 5x squared is positive 15x squared. You see that it's in a line or in a column with all the other x squareds. Negative 3 times 10x is negative 30x. And negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. Finally, you know that we need to combine all like terms, and normally I would have 9 terms here. Finding like terms is obnoxious. But right now you can see that they're all vertically organized, which in my opinion makes this a lot easier. So I get negative 10x to the fourth. When you combine these two, you get negative 10x to the third. When you combine these two, you get 67x squared. Notice we're just adding our coefficients. Combine these two, we get negative 54x. And then finally we get a plus 12. And that is it. That was a lot of work, but by writing it like this, it makes that last step easier. And now let's go on to the second example. This one has 3 expressions being multiplied. Now, there's nothing weird about this, given that you already know what to do. If I say, like, what is 2 times 5 times 11, you do the 2 times 5 first, which is 10, and then you do that times 11, which is 110. You also could have done 5 times 11 first, which is 55, and then that times 2, which is 110. Order doesn't matter, so you just pick 2 that you want to start with. I'm going to start with the first 2 just because they're the first 2. So when I multiply those, I get x squared x squared minus x plus 7x, and then minus 7. Combine our two middle like terms, and that gives me x squared plus 6x minus 7. And if you can do all this in your head, go for it. And then at the end we have 3x plus 5. And now I'm going to do the slightly longer method that I just mentioned because of all the extra multiplying here. So x squared times 3x is 3x cubed. X squared times 5 is 15x squared. Now I'm going to do 6x times each of those. 6x times 3x is 18x squared. And then times 5 is 30x. And then finally negative 7 times each of these. Negative 7 times 3x is negative 21x, and negative 7 times 5 is negative 35. And finally, we can combine all these. I hope it is not hidden under the logo, but what we're going to get here is 3x cubed plus 33x squared plus 9x, and then minus 35. So we have multiplied 3 expressions together. If we had started with 2 others and then multiplied the third one at the end, we would have ended up with this exact same thing in the end, even though the middle steps would have been different. So that is it. Our objective today was to multiply algebraic expressions.